Well, how are you doing? Okay, this will be a quick video. It's just a follow-up video from a video I did some weeks ago, showing a flight from London Heathrow to Accra International in Ghana. How it's a direct north-south flight, and how if we lived on a rotating Earth, especially a rotating globe, that the flight would be double the distance, and there'd be no way out of it. So here we can see if this is up here as a non-rotating globe, let's just say. If this is London up here, Accra Ghana is down here. It's a direct north to south flight, right? Um, the same here is an overhead view, direct north to south flight, right? But if it's rotating, right, then this is a deviation that happens. So if this is Accra here, sorry, let's say this red line, this red dot here is Accra, then what's going to happen is it's going to take 6.5 hours for the flight to get from London to Accra. So if we come over here a second, so here is Accra, here is London. So the flight leaves London Heathrow, and an hour later Accra is here. Then another hour later it's here. Then a third hour later it's here. Fourth hour, fifth hour, sixth hour, 6.5 hours. So the flight leaves here, London here, and instead of being able to go this distance, it has to go off out this distance. So much longer distance. Okay. So this is a major problem because if London is here and it's going to here, but to get to here, it has to deviate off out here, right? That means it's going to have to travel a distance. I think the distance between London and Accra is just over 3,000 miles, but the deviation, if we lived on a rotating globe, would be 6,500, or sorry, just over 6,000 miles. So 3,000 miles thereabouts for the actual distance. The deviation distance would be 6,000 miles, according to rotating globe, right? Now that doesn't happen. Nobody does that. The flight leaves Accra or leaves London, gets to Accra, Ghana, flying a direct north-south course. Same way with Accra, Ghana, the flight leaves Accra, Ghana and gets to London at a direct south-north course. There is no deviation required. But obviously here, and this is from Encyclopedia Britannica Incorporated. So this is from Encyclopedia Britannica. So it's not as if it's not showing what the official claim is. This is the official claim. So we come to here. So this is not the scale, so but it doesn't matter. I show it anyway. This red line would be, let's just say, the distance if it was a direct north-south flight from London to Accra, right? But the deviation would be this purple line, right? Because Accra is going to be over here 6.5 hours later if the Earth is rotating. If we're on a rotating globe, that's where Accra is going to be 6.5 hours later. So the flight that leaves London Heathrow will have to go double the distance to get there. Now the problem, besides the fact that none of this happens, the flight doesn't leave London Heathrow, fly over Schiphol, Holland, and Amsterdam, and then head off out this way towards Asia or the Middle East or whatever. It doesn't do that. It flies a direct north to south, right? That's what it does. The same way as the flight leaving Accra flies a direct south north. There is no deviation, right? But secondly, is the fastest commercial airliner in the world is the Airbus A380, and that flies just over 700 miles per hour. But that's not number one. That's not even flying that flight, I don't think. Number one. Number two, even if it was, it's not deviating to fly off out towards Asia instead of flying directly south. And number three is it wouldn't make it anyway because the plane would have to be able to fly over 900 miles per hour to make it to Accra, Ghana on a rotating globe 6.5 hours after leaving Heathrow, London. So this can't happen. This is completely impossible. It doesn't happen. No pilot does this. No one's deviating off out towards Asia to get to Accra, Ghana when they leave London. Nobody is doing that. They fly a direct north to south, 3,000 mile, just over 3,000 mile distance at an average cruising speed for the airplane that they're flying, which is between 4 and 7 and 500 miles per hour, something like that. 475 and 500, something like that is the speed, the average speed they would have to fly for that, which is totally normal for a flight of that distance. So this is reality. They're not flying over a rotating globe. They're just not doing that. As if they were, the least they'd have to do, besides the curvature issue, is fly double the distance at a speed that the planes can't go at. So this is not happening. What's happening is reality, which is a horizontal distance over a non-rotating Earth. Thanks for watching. I'll put the link for the other video, which is more detailed, in the description.